Welcome to Miss Nam's Math World. Today we are going to discuss when shall we use the table to solve word problem in linear inequalities. First of all, when you look at the question, you will see that the question will ask you to find two different sorts of things. They will mostly concern, the first thing is about the prices of each of the objects. For example, the price of a box of candy will be $35 and a box of whiskers to be $40. So you see, we basically discussed the amount for each of them. After that, you see Mrs. Wong wants to spend not more than $400 to buy a total of 10 boxes of candy and biscuits. So that means we also have a sense of total of how many boxes of candy the objects. Okay, that means we have two sorts of total. The first total is number of boxes. The second thing we want to concern will be total amount. But for the total amount, we have the candy and biscuits, so we need to actually add them together. So let's look at the solution. In the solution, you will see that there's a table. But you see Miss Lam is working hard to change it, because we should actually add one more step. So we see we have number of boxes, so we have the total. But of course, in this case, the total is already 10. That means add it together to be 10 boxes in total. So one box of candy will have we will have $35, and then X boxes just multiply by 35. So this one multiply by 35. And the biscuits multiply by 48. So you will see we know the total amount of candy and biscuits. But in the table, we still don't have the information to handle the $400. So for the $400, this is actually the total. So we need to add up to get the value. But when we add up the numbers, so we need to check the symbol, not more than. So we use the trichotomy as before. So not more than means it cannot be more than. Cannot be more than means we can get the remaining cases. So not more than means less than or equals to. After setting up to find the total amount for the candies, biscuits, and the total sum, so we can set up the inequalities like this. And after that, of course, we have to surely solve it for the x. Remember, when we let x, we have to let the number of boxes. Don't add as many that we cannot add. Otherwise, you will get poor presentation, PP. So in order to buy as many boxes of biscuits, that means we have to check the value. Because we want to check as many boxes of biscuits. Many biscuits means we will buy less candies. Right now you get minimum value of x is 7, so that's why candies is at least 7, so that we can buy at most biscuits. So in conclusion, when shall we use table method? It's basically we talk about two things at the same time. So for the money problem here, money for each value of each kind of object, and we multiply the number of the object of each type of objects, we will use the table method. And a part of this, we have the point system also. So you can see that the keyword is also for each correct answer for 5 marks, for example. And then 2 marks are deducted for wrong answer. This is also a very common question. So you see, we also get a keyword of each. And also we need to check how many correct answer or incorrect answer we get. So after that, we will see how many total score. So this is also a kind of common practice to have a table. And then you need to get some practice on how to find out the things we have to put inside the table. So please take your time to check the English. If you can understand when shall we take a table, use a table to do so, actually you can improve a lot in this session. That's the end of Miss Lam's Math World. See you next time.